that. Cool. All right, it's connecting across to YouTube Live. You may have to actually view this webinar in YouTube Live. While it's doing that, let me get my... cool, that's all working there. Let me get my YouTube app up so I can view this thing. E2 IELTS, I believe we're live. It's not showing up for some reason. I just subscribed to my own channel. Okay, cool. It is live. I just got the notification. If you haven't subscribed yet to E2 IELTS, do so and make sure you turn the notifications on. So when we do a live stream, it pops up on your phone so you can watch it, which is cool. All right, fantastic. That's looking good. Just get my water bottle out of the way. I also need to have a shave. That's probably adding to my aged look here. Okay, all right, I think we're ready to go. Yeah, cool. Let's kick this off. Hello, everybody. My name is Jay. I'm one of the expert IELTS teachers here at E2 Language. If you haven't checked out that website, go and check it out now. But what we're going to do, no, don't check it out now, because firstly, we're going to do some IELTS reading practice. The super skills, we're going to look at the flow chart completion question, which you may get on test day. In fact, it may come in a different form. We're going to specifically look at flow charts, but you may get a summary completion, a note completion, or a table completion. These are essentially the same, so the method I teach you will apply to all of them, but as I said, we'll look at the flow chart. Let's look at the method for this task. And just before I forget, if you're watching this in the Zoom webinar and it looks blurry, go across to YouTube Live and watch it on YouTube Live. You can ask questions in Zoom, but watch it on YouTube Live. Let's look at what you need to do to maximize your score for this task. The first thing you need to do if you get this type of question is read the instructions. Let's read these. It says questions 33 to 40. Usually they're located towards the end of the questions. It won't come at the beginning, for example. It says complete the flowchart below. Obviously, you would see the flowchart below. Choose no more than 3 words from the text. So this is absolutely critical. No more than 3 words. So you can choose 1 word, you can choose 2 words, you can choose 3 words, but you cannot choose 4, 5, 6, etc. Okay? And no numbers. Doesn't say that. And then you write your answers in the boxes on the answer sheet. Cool bananas, we've read the instructions. So what's going to happen is this. So this is an example of a flow chart. This thing here, this thing you're looking at. So what you have to do is complete the flow chart using words, 1, 2, or 3 words. So you take 1, 2, or 3 words directly from the text. So for example, let's say number 33, you find the word here, sent. So you don't need to transform it. You don't need to change it in any way. You'll just write the word sent here, or on your answer sheet, I should say. Same with newspapers, for example, here in 34. So the answers will come from the text. Now, the answers will be scattered maybe throughout a single paragraph, or maybe the answers will be scattered throughout several paragraphs, okay? So you need to look at that. Now, there's a bit of a trick to doing this one, and the trick is this. You need to ask yourself, what type of word could possibly fit in that gap? And by type of word, I mean a noun, an adjective, a verb, a preposition, for example, or a particular phrase, maybe an adjective noun. So let's do a little quiz to start off. What I want you to do is this. I want you to look at this gap here, or look at this question rather, and particularly I want you to look at this gap. I want you to think what type of word could fit in here. Would it be a noun? And just to remind you, a noun is a thing or things. Would you put a verb in here, like a verb like do? These are the types of verbs like do, did, like see, saw, eat, ate, for example. Or would this gap need a past participle, like a done, eaten, spoken, broken, said, become, for example? Or could you fit this gap with an adjective? Let's just do this. I want you to go through and answer 33 to 40. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Decide what type of word can fit in these gaps here. You have 1 minute starting now. Okay, that's just 1 minute. If you need more time, you can pause the video and do this. Spend some time, think about it, because if you can do this, the chances that you get the right answer on test day will improve enormously. This is really a key tip to this question type. And again, it applies to all the task completion question types. I'm just going to go through and tell you what the answers are here, okay? So for number 33, we need a past participle, like a done type of word, because it says the final version of the text. Remember, we're talking about a process. So things are happening steps in a process. The final version of the text is like, let's take a word like done, like sent. Maybe is sent. It could be the word sent, for example. The final version of the text is sent to the printing center. Sent is is sent. So it's a past participle. I don't want to get stuck on this because it's complicated. If you didn't get any of these, don't blame yourself. This is hard. Let's look at 34. The pages are converted into, well, thing or things. It's got to be a noun, right? Thing or things. What about 35? Something are made for use in the printing presses. Again, 35 would have to be things plural, because look carefully, things are made for use in the printing presses. Whatever it is, newspapers are made for use, printers are made for use in the printing presses. Things, nouns. What about 36? The LGVs are something by computer. 36 has to be a past participle as well, okay? Are done, are sent, are given, are broken, are whatever. But at least you know the type of word. 37, the LGVs remove the something from the real. Okay, this has to be a noun. So 37 could be remove the box from the reel, remove the string from the reel, or the strings. Could be a singular or plural noun. 38, the reel is, well, 38 could be, I think it's a past participle because again, we're talking about a process. The reel is moved. The reel is sent. The reel is turned off, whatever it is. It could be an adjective, but like the reel is big, but that's not a part of a process. So it's got to be a past participle. The reel is trimmed and prepared by the, again, we've got the article, so we're going to have a singular or plural noun. And here the reel is taken to the, we need a thing or things here. Again, a singular or a plural noun. That's hard. That's hard. Go back, think about this if you can't get this, because this will help you on test day. All right, let's just do it now. We know what to do. We know that we need to read the instructions. We can use up to 3 words, 1, 2, or 3. We know that we're taking a word directly from the text, a word or 2 words or 3 words directly from the text to fit in the gap. We know that they'll be scattered throughout the paragraph or throughout paragraphs. And we know, well, hopefully what type of word can fit that gap, because that will help you enormously. Let's do it. I'm going to time you. This test will go for 6 minutes. I want you to try and do this, okay? It's the best practice you can possibly do. Here we go. Let's do the first few. Okay, for those of you in the Zoom webinar, because you're in front of the YouTube Live, do you need more time? Type in more time if you need more time. Type in more time if you need more time. All right, okay, I'm going to give you a little bit more time to do that. I'll give you another minute, okay? So halfway, half circle. Remember, you're not doing them all. In fact, I think you only go up to 34. Sorry, maybe 36. $35, I should say. Okay, let's move on to the next set of questions. So here I think we did 33, 34, and 35. Let's move on to the next one. Here we go. This one you go up to 38. I'm going to give you another 1 minute here. All right, that should be enough time. Let's now move down and do number 39 and 40. Here we go. All right, I hope that's enough time. Do you need more time? No, I don't think you do. I think you're good. Well, I think that's your internet connection because everybody else is fine. If you can't read this because it's blurry, it's probably your internet connection because everybody else is fine. I'm sorry about that. Check on YouTube. There's a little button where you can increase the resolution up to HD. Try and increase that. Find that button on YouTube. This was hard. I agree. I think this is a really hard reading test. So we're going to go through the answers together. I'm going to tell you why the answers are the way they are. Let's do 33 first. Now, the answer to 33 is located in this section of the second paragraph. The question says the final version of the text is somethinged to the printing center. So we need a past participle. What is it? I hope you saw that. It could be one or two words. The answer, you could have just written transmitted, or you could have included the adverb electronically. The answer could be transmitted or transmitted electronically. Okay, there you go. That's 33, taken directly from the text. Let's do 34. The pages are converted into. The answer here, well, there's a few answers. You could have written photographic film. You could have just written film, or you could have written negative or negatives. So there are several possible answers there. If you got one of those options, photographic negatives, it has to be, no, it doesn't have to be plural. It could be photographic negative, photographic negatives. It could be film, or it could just be negative or negatives. Any of those are possible answers. Let's do 35. Something, we need a thing, we need a noun, are made for use in the printing presses. Remember, 1, 2, or 3 words here. The answer to 35 is, well, you could have aluminium printing plates, or you could just have printing plates. Both of those answers are possible. If you just had plates, it would be wrong. If you just had aluminium, it would be wrong. Or if you just had printing, it would be wrong. You needed aluminium printing plates or printing plates. Let's look at 36 here. The LGVs, there's a good word, keyword to search for. The LGVs are something by computer. I'm thinking that this is going to be a past participle. This was a very hard one. If you got tempted to write punched, does that really make sense? The LGVs are punched by computer. Doesn't really make sense in many ways. I think the answer here is that other past participle there, programmed. The LGVs are programmed by computer. So if you got that one, well done. There was just the one single possible answer there. 37, the LGVs remove the something. We need a noun, we need a thing or things from the real. Remove what from the real? Okay, the answer here could be damaged paper or wrapping. I also think it could be tough wrapping. I don't see why. It could also be, could be in brackets here, tough wrapping as well, I think. Damaged paper, tough wrapping, or just wrapping. So there's actually two possible answers from this paragraph there. Let's do 38. The real is what? We need a past participle. I think this one's pretty straightforward. Just one answer. The real is weighed. Let's do 39. The real is trimmed and prepared by the what? We need a noun. One, two, or three words. The real is trimmed and prepared by the paster robot or paster robots plural. Both are possibly correct. If you just had robot or robots, it would be wrong. We needed the sort of adjective here, the paster robots. We needed both parts of the word there because it's specific. Finally, question number 40. This is hard work. The real is taken to the. We need a noun and it's probably going to be a place. It's going to be storage area. The real is taken to the storage area. So let's go through the answers here. 33, transmitted or transmitted electronically. 34, you could have had photographic film or negative or negatives. 4 possible options there. 35, you could have had aluminium printing plates or you could have had printing plates. 36, programmed. 37, damaged paper or wrapping, maybe tough wrapping. 38, weighed. 39, paster robot or paster robots. 40, storage area. You needed that adjective there, storage, or the noun functioning as an adjective. And that, my friends, is what we call technically cool bananas. If you need help with your IELTS, if you want methodology lessons like this that explain all the different reading question types, how to write the different essays from beginning to end, task 1, task 2, doesn't matter, how to do the speaking, everything you need to know, go to e2language.com. And how did you go, by the way? How many did you get? I think it was out of 7. How many did you get out of 7? Put it into the chat so I can have a look here. Was it out of what? Was it out of hang on, let me count how many questions there were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, it was out of 8. What did you get out of 8? 4 out of 8, 6 out of 8, 7 out of 8, 7 out of 8. Well done, that's great. 5 out of 8, 7, 5. Yeah, it's tough. This one was really tough. It was tough because the synonyms weren't very clear, right? You needed to scan read. You needed to keep in mind that it was a process. And so I was talking about steps in the process. So it's transmitted electronically, then it's sent, then it's printed. So there's a lot of past participles because we're using a lot of passive sentences there. Cool. If you have any questions, pop them into the chat. I'm more than happy to stick around for a while to answer them. Did anybody get 8 out of 8? No one. That's all right. A couple of 7 out of 8s. Wait, somebody did. Shub Patel got 8 out of 8. Jay, appreciate your feedback on it. Is it easy to get 6 in IELTS general writing? Follow the E2 language methods. That's all I can tell you. We've done all the hard work, all the methods. Well, there's some on YouTube. The rest are all on the platform. So check that out. What about the list of headings? How to do them? I've done that before, so check that out. That's on YouTube as well. Jay, appreciate your feedback. I think I've answered that one. I'm actually might call it quits now. I'm kind of exhausted. I've had a big day. I hope you don't mind. Yes, if you do have any questions, I'll give you a website to go to check out. So if you have any questions, whoopsie, I'll put this into full mode. Go to this website here. Go to help.e2language.com. This is our help center. Go to this website and you can ask any questions you have and we'll give you the answer. Okay, that's how that one works. help.e2language.com. If you also have any questions about our packages or how our tutorials work or how the writing feedback works or how we can boost your score in general, feel free to send us your score reports through. We'll give you an analysis on those as well. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for coming. Hope it was helpful and good luck with your exam. If it's coming up, if it's coming up later, do think about preparing for it because these exams are by no means easy. Just a little warning. Cool. See you guys later.